It's Andrew Bocher with GY6 Outdoors. And in today's video, got another product review. This one's very interesting. I saw this and I had a couple of people mention it to me and I was scratching my head going, what? Portable fire pit? It's got a metal mesh fireproof center section that doesn't burn apparently, or burn through, or have any issues for a long time. I haven't heard anything negative about it. Weighs about 2.25 pounds. If you're in an area that doesn't allow you to leave a trace, where you can't have a fire on the ground and you need to be able to raise it off the ground, or if you're just trying to be respectful of the area, or if you're on the beach, you don't want to be digging a hole, you just want to have it up a little bit higher so you get a little bit more radiant heat on yourself, it's something that could come in handy. It's a little bit cold right now, so I'm looking forward to this review. All right, we got some wood. I'm very interested to see how well this metal mesh actually holds up when we put a very hot fire on it. Put this box to the side. That way if we need information about it, we will. Let's first try to read the instructions. It says 2.25 pounds with a simple design. It says screw fixation makes support firm and safe. It says, you ever read something sometimes and go, did I say that right? Screw fixation make support firm and safe. Me, Andrew, make portable fire pit, stay warm. Screw fixation, make support firm and safe. I don't know why that struck me so funny, but this sounds a little caveman-y. It says it's got 0.96 millimeter gauze made of heat-resistant material. So heat-resistant doesn't mean fireproof. So we will see. I think the first fire is gonna definitely speak volumes. It says load bearing of 5 kilograms. I'm not really up to par on my kilograms, but that's a decent amount of weight. It shows a bunch of wood on here, so we're gonna put a bunch of wood on here. It's a solid bag. I don't know why they need the ties. I might just cut these off. That's annoying. But inside, let's see what we got. We got, looks to be the stand, and hopefully there's a net in here. A stand with no mesh. Enjoy. Okay, so that seems to be it in the bag. Yes. So you have this mesh. Interesting. It's got little eyelets at the end that hook into the stand. So from what the picture shows you push those eyelets through, and it says easy fork design. So you got rubber feet on one side, out, nope. Is that it? It's not that low, is it? I think it might be that low. Super low to the ground. I thought this would be higher up. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. It just seems like it's super, there's a bunch of different ways you can fold these legs out, so you can knock over a convenience store with this if you wanted to. Okay, enough of these shenanigans. It looks like it's fitting like that, so the 4 rubber feet are on the ground and it's super low to the ground. I was expecting this to be higher up. It's only halfway up my shin. Things, you squeeze them together and then you stuff them into the little hole. That gives you one. And you stuff this side into that hole, and then you stuff it in there, nice and stuffed. And you get this side, push them in the hole. There we go. And on the ground, you have that little mesh. Yeah, it sags quite a bit. Okay, I'm gonna have to clip that, but we have a little straggler. I'm a stickler for pieces of string sticking off my clothes, and this was gonna bug the heck out of me. I don't have any wire clippers on me. I'll clip that with wire cutters later, but that's still kind of annoying. But this just seems really low to those pegs, and I'm hoping they have enough heat resistance so they don't start melting or get super hot, because the fire's gonna be, I mean, God, it'll be touching. Okay. We will see. I'm very interested to see what happens with the actual metal, the mesh. I hope this doesn't have too much of that char on it to where when you put it away, or when you're dealing with it when you're putting it away, it gets all over you and everything else. Get a nice high heat so we can have a decent review of how this metal holds up. Oh, all I do know is that feels good. I'm gonna scoot right here where the wind's blowing it on me and not away from me. Oh, it feels so good. Oh, it feels so good. Let's get this going like that. And get this going like that. We're gonna get this thing ablazing. no sense beating around the bush. We want to see if this thing can handle some heat, and we're going to do just that. Oh yeah. Let's back this up over there. Put that right there. Oh, this is quite nice. You're getting good radiant heat. You got good air source and airflow coming underneath your kindling, which keeps your fire going and gets it going fast. As you can tell, one good fire starter and we are ablazing. Let's give this a second and get these main logs going, and keep an eye on this metal mesh. This is putting out some decent heat. It's radiating off and it's swooping underneath, I can feel, compared to the feel of a regular fire on the ground, which is kind of just coming straight up and kind of comes and goes. This feels like it's going down and around. I don't know, maybe it's just me enjoying the heat so much I'm looking into it more than I should, but it feels really warm. And one of my favorite little snack bars, these are from Scout. They're organic energy bars, organic protein bars. This one's chocolate peanut butter. Oh, they got, I think, macadamia, and they got apple cinnamon, all sorts of good stuff. I'm gonna leave a link in the description for you guys if you're looking for a good snack. I'm starting to notice this is kind of struggling. When you heat a fire on the ground, you have the radiant heat heating the ground around it, and you have insulation. With this, you have air coming underneath, and I think it looks like it's affecting the fact that it's burning out the coals so fast, where the main fire is not burning very well. Yeah, seems like these logs are wanting to, let me put them down a little bit to where it's more condensed on itself and see if that helps. It might be just a different way of building a fire on this, because once you have a bed of coals on a regular fire on the ground, you just keep throwing stuff on top of it and it keeps burning. Like, this is still burning. There's still a lot of good heat coming, especially with all that airflow, but I think that airflow is also causing it to burn differently than you would with a fire on the ground. So maybe it's just something to get used to. Yeah, now that I've moved the logs closer together and insulated that heat, the air coming underneath is getting this thing roaring again. Okay, maybe it's just something I gotta get used to. Let me get some more sticks in there. A little bit of desert sage. Smells amazing. And get another log. I'll do it just like that. I'm just gonna, rather than, I mean, usually you wouldn't put it so stacked, but with this, with so much airflow underneath, it's almost impossible to smother this fire. As long as you have some good coals going, whatever you put on it, it's gonna have plenty of heat, so you can pile it on itself, and it's gonna act like an inferno here in a second. Yep. So it just needed a little bit more logs being more snuggly. You just needed to get them a little bit more up close and personal. Yeah, this is awesome. You don't have to worry about it not having oxygen, that's for sure. And then you can snuggle them up and let this thing take off. Cool. Plus, I feel like I'd have better ease of dealing with the logs as well. It kind of reminds me of a Swedish fire torch. You have all those inlets of air you would find in a Swedish fire torch, and then it just goes straight up. Yeah, the mesh seems to be doing fine. Wow. Okay, bourbon time. Let's let this keep burning. Oh, that's awesome. Because the heat can come down and out rather than just being straight up, because if it was on the ground, it just goes up. With this, it's going down, so you can get your leg kind of underneath of this, and it warms your feet up and your legs up like crazy. But you don't have to worry about ash falling on you, because the ash that does go through is probably not burning. It's got to be super fine to go through that netting. But keep an eye on it. Don't drink yourself into a stupor and fall asleep this close to a fire. Okay, speeding up the process. Not the fire's fault, it's the wood's fault. This is very crackly type wood, and it just, ow! I'm burning holes in my pants. Gotta be careful with the popping sparks coming off this thing. Why not? See how much weight. Yeah, it seems like it's getting tauter. I got to mention it. Sorry, I know we're supposed to be speeding this up, but I'm finding things as we go. That's what's cool about reviews. I think this is awesome. So far, I'm loving it. With the wood dispersed across the net, the dispersed weight is actually pushing it evenly and almost spreading it out. And staying 1 to 2 inches away from the bars, which seem to be doing fine so far. These metal bar sections don't get super hot. I mean, the fire's still going, and all of this is grabbable. This up here is a little hot, and the radiant heat is coming down a little, but I'm grabbing all this and it's not a problem. And even directly underneath, not bad, incredible. If you wanted to, you can pick this up and dump it, which I'm about to do right now, and just take a peek at what the mesh looks like. This is a good area to dump a fire pit anyway. That mesh obviously has marks on it. I'm sure it'll kind of change over time and get darker and so on and so forth, but it doesn't seem to be, I mean, this seems to be real easy to brush off even after dumping out the coals. Now, I don't recommend you doing this at all. Let me double state that, but wow. Already cold enough to put your hand on it. Pack it all up. Put it back in the bag and you're good to go. Right after dumping the coals out on the ground. Pretty awesome. Go check it out. See you guys later.